Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Tableau Tip Tuesday, the series where we break down some of Tableau's functionality into its base elements to make it easier to understand and implement. Today, as the title suggests, we're going to be going over bump charts, a neat little chart here where you kind of sacrifice some information. The lines represented in a bump chart aren't the actual sales value or the actual measure value. It is just a ranking of how that measure performs against its other dimension members or aliases. In this case, we're using market, so we get to see the ranking of market going across our discrete months. So right here you can see that EMEA dips below Asia Pacific in the total sales volume, so it goes down to second in the rank. A fun little chart. So let's go ahead and get to work. Alright, so we start with the new sheet here. Let's start with our build. We're going to take our order date and we're going to get a discrete month going across the top right here. Then we want to get our market onto color and our sales onto rows. And again, this is going to give us a traditional line chart. Now what we want to do is we want to, instead of base our line off the axis of a sales value, we want to base it off the axis of a sales ranking. So we'll use our table calculation right here. Go to quick table calculation and give ourselves a rank, which is going to give it the traditional table down ranking. So we want to change that to rank within our given markets. So we'll go ahead up to sales and we'll say compute using our market right here. Now, again, this is technically a bump chart. We'll make it a little bit bigger so we can see it, but there's a couple of things we like to do in order to clean it up a little bit. First, we want to have our sales value to be discrete right here. So we'll go ahead and we'll change that into a discrete value. And we'll change our mark type to line right there. And now we have our nice rank number 1 up at the top, whereas previously, an axis usually goes from 1 to 4. When you convert that into discrete, it goes ahead and puts your ranking of number 1 up at the top, which is what you generally want to see. All right, let's go ahead and use a dashboard action here. We just want to see a quick highlight action so that we can, highlight our EMEA. Yes, it's true that we can use our color legend to do it, but we're going to look at a different method right here. So we'll go ahead and remove that color legend. We'll go to a new sheet, and I like to have more visual filter options here. So we'll put market up on column. We'll change to mark type of circle, duplicate market to color and label. Maybe make that a little bit bigger so we can see it. And the last thing we want to do is change that alignment so those values appear in the circle. Now we can go ahead and have a nice looking filter up along the top of our dashboard. Once we set up the dashboard action, we should be able to see it take effect right here. Let's go ahead and hide our field labels here. The label within the circle is going to do just fine. And we'll set up our dashboard action. So we'll add a highlight action right here. Our goal is to have sheet 3 as our target, sheet 3 as our source, sheet 2 as our target. So we'll set that up, sheet 3 as our source, sheet 2 as our target. We'll run it on a hover and we'll go ahead and press OK. Now we have a slick looking bump chart where we can go ahead and highlight those values. And get rid of this color legend again. We've made our own better color legend. And there you have it, a quick and easy bump chart to determine the rankings of certain dimension members. All right, that's all we have for you this week. Join us next week for another tip.